All right. Good morning, brothers and sisters, and welcome back to UK uh, educational or discussions session. It is 27th of February, and we're moving into early trading hours for the day. It is 2:30 a.m. Eastern, and as per schedule, we'll be discussing the trade setups or the wave counts actually for Bitcoin and either Euro USD or the dollar index. All right, before we begin, just a small disclaimer, as we do it always. These sessions, specifically both uh, the Asia and the UK on this particular YouTube channel, they are uh, focused on the potential wave counts and not the trade setups or any kind of advisory. All right. Uh, if you're interested in this second portion, you must visit the website and get yourself subscribed. But that is absolutely up to you. It's about the active traders who would want to go for that. Otherwise, just for the educational purpose, these sessions are more than enough for you to know and balance yourselves out with the elite wave principle and the major patterns of the same. All right. As as usual, this session would go on for about 15 minutes maximum, since we are only covering two instruments, that is Bitcoin or maybe Euro USD or the dollar index, one of either two. All right, so let's get started with the Bitcoin wave analysis. If you have been with me yesterday during these times, we have already done the counts uh, for a bit long term, that is the daily chart. It's not required to be done now. Very quickly though, for those who are joining fresh or still fairly new to the wave principle or the analysis, the basic tenet of the wave principle would say 5 up and 3 down, and then the pattern would repeat itself. That is 5 up, which is in turn forming the first leg of the crypto here. Don't let rumors get into your trading plan actually. Following the pattern here, clearly telling us a story that resembles exactly to the basic wave structure or basic tenet of the wave principle 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is ideally followed by an ABC. This is what we discussed yesterday. So I'm going to run up very fast here quickly, and then we're going to focus on the recent rally, which is much talked about around the 5,000 levels onwards. There's wave 1. And no matter how much time you spend reading or trying to understand the wave principle in books, rather than that, what you can do, or what you should be doing, is books are good. Once you've gone through them, that's fine, but that as quickly as possible, please get on to the practical side and start spending time individually. I repeat, sir, you need to spend time individually with your charts and make a lot of errors and mistakes. That will help you learn very quickly. uh, it will help you be persistent. You got to be persistent in that. uh, believe it or not, I've just cleared level 1, and that too not with great marks, actually 80, 82 marks out of 100. Level 2, it's still pending for me to appear. That's a 5-hour exam. So but still, confidence levels are coming out and speaking themselves on the charts. Why? Because the only thing that really matters when you are in a practical environment is that you spend time individually on your charts. I cannot emphasize more on this factor, more than this on this factor. So there you are. Can you identify clear resemblance of a 5 up and a 3 down wave structure? I think you should be able to. So you ideally got we've ideally gotten waves 1 and 2 of a higher degree here. So the next step ideally should be, that is the first, followed by 3 waves corrective drop. This should ideally follow through with a 5 waves impulse, just a replication of the first wave, a 5 waves rally into wave 3 before the corrective wave 4 would actually even come into existence. All right. So ideally prices are headed northwards above the 20,000 mark. All right. This is the actual big picture, which is being supported clearly by the trend line running from 2017 onwards. Okay. Having done this yesterday, let's now go back and focus. We need to now focus, or the focus ideally should be now given to the rally from sub 5,900 levels through the 12,000 mark, right? If we have a focus there now. And we're going to spend some time here again labeling the hourly charts. There's some file being infected. Just a moment, please. Okay. To get rid of that as well, Mr. McAfee, let us cancel for now. You would never see all this if it was a recorded session and uploaded later on, because all that would have been neatly edited. But since beginning, it's always been live on my part. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's the first leg, followed by wave 2. I would say wave 2 here somewhere. Most probably we have done 5 waves on a smaller time frame, that is on a lesser degree. That is that could be the first one, wave 4 or and then wave 5. So most probably we are done. Okay. And So let's label this as wave 1, and then followed by what do you think? It's done. Has it done 5 waves? Most probably yes. So let's try and label this as lower degree waves here. 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, 3 again. Wave 4. Wave 5. Could we I think we can label wave A here. All right. Or let's say we can also label this as wave 2. That is an alternate. Right. It could be wave 2 as well. Wave 1, wave 2. Sometimes wave 2 are very shallow. Could be around 38.2% retracement being done, and the next phase could be a rally beyond the termination point of wave 1. So as just being on the safe side, when we could be labeling or wave 2 into bracket along with wave A. Ideally, so that this is a miniature uh, of the same pattern which was being presented on the daily chart. That's the beauty, the fractal nature of wave principle gets. Once you're accustomed to the 5-3 counts, it really you start enjoying that journey as well. So 5 up, 3 down. Okay, possibly we are yesterday when we were here. If you were there with me yesterday, we were highlighting the first wave here. We were talking that we might be just about on the first leg here, right? Today, that highlight has potentially shifted to the second wave. So the story continues. If you meticulously, you should be able to understand. If you have been following these sessions on a regular basis, 24 hours back we were in this wave. Now today, after about 24 hours, we are just about into the B wave, or potentially we are into the B wave, and the story next could possibly be in the C wave. Now it should be unfolding in the next few hours, or maybe tomorrow when we are again discussing the same chart. Let's see if we are completing or we are entering uh, the third wave. That's the corrective phase. The reason why we are following these charts on a regular basis, Bitcoin always, and one of euro and the dollar index, is that the story remains and the story continues. We're not doing here some trading or advisory. We are wanting to do the wave counts actually. So let's follow through. The follow through process of labeling should continue, and that's why if the charts are the same, the story becomes very interesting. So we are here somewhere. Now let us see what the story unfolds in the next few hours. By tomorrow, I think we will be more clear as to where we stand according to the wave counts on a lesser degree now. Right. So have your focus on the lesser degree lower degrees at this point in time, because I think the bigger picture is making itself very clear. That is almost done. I think we are here somewhere. All right. So let's continue with the Euro USD chart analysis quickly. Another 5 minutes more, please. Once again, starting with the daily count as always. But as we do it on a regular basis, it's taking lesser time. We're not spending much time at all on the dailies. We're quickly shifting on to maybe a 4 hours or an hourly chart, and trying to see where exactly or which lower degree wave we are traveling into. So Euro USD, after about a rally which lasted for almost 13 months now, has either done or completed 5 or it would actually want to complete the 5th wave. So I'm going to put a question mark here with the last leg. Now that is a mystery. It's always a mystery. You never know exactly, or 100% of the time. It's nearly impossible to predict. But what we are generally trying to do here is find out the highest probable wave count, and if we are not able to find out one highest probable, maybe 2 to 3 alternates followed by most likely probable wave count. All right. So the first thing, bigger picture has been indicating that Euro USD might have completed 5 up, or it could be in the process of doing so. All right, that is the daily chart. We could draw the trend line. That doesn't matter much right now, because the support trend line is passing quite far away from now, from where we are trading at this point in time. So even if the prices were to fall and take support, I mean 1.12 levels are quite achievable, right? At least 1.12, right? Keep this bigger picture in mind, brothers and sisters. And now we should be doing a relabeling, or once again, let's relabel from the termination point of wave 4 of the higher degree, and let's see how things are spanning out to be. I think we are here. 1.15, is it? 1.15. Okay. I think it's 1.15 here. All right. So let's do the counts again. Fourth wave of one higher degree. Let's start our labels from there. Fourth wave of a higher degree. All right. And then got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So wave 1, and then 3, 3, maybe 3 or 5. So wave 2 goes there, and then again 1, 2. Oh, that's a very smaller degree. You've got to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I just got disconnected in between, but we are back again, up and running. Sorry for that. So one probability, though, the easiest one, is to consider or to label maybe 5 completed there. I'm just more keen to put a question mark rather than confident wave 5. Okay, let's zoom in a bit so that we are very close to the supports. Okay, here is your first meaningful support which needs to be taken out, which is still not done. Right, that leaves us with maybe an alternate wave count that you might consider this as the first leg, and A, B, C, the second wave. Uh, what what is you made it? Did you make out what pattern could unfold? It could be unfolding to a diagonal wave structure, diagonal pattern. We never know where the third wave would end, but precisely maybe somewhere here, and then there would be some wave 4, and then wave 5. So it might take some more time before the actual termination process completes. All right, so be watchful. That's the idea behind the wave counts labeled here right now. One should be watchful, a bit watchful, but resistance zone enters very nicely around the 2600 mark or about 2650 mark. That is where exactly the long-term trend line, we've done this earlier. That trend line is also passing around the same price. Let's do it once again quickly. All right. There were a slight push about 2600, 2650 would bring us exactly to the trend line, maybe somewhere in the mid of March, or sorry, first week of March. Never know exactly when we would reach there, but if at all it is unfolding as an ending diagonal, then there would be some more time before before Euro USD tops out. All right. So with this note, let's bring the current session to a pause again, and I'll be back after a few hours during the Asia Live at around 8:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Until then, as always, thank you for being subscribed. If you're not yet done so, please do so. And if you're liking these education sessions, why don't you help me please spread the word? I mean, if you guys are seriously spreading, I mean, that's what has increased the numbers from 1 to 209 at the present. Please continue spreading the word and help me grow this channel for the wave count purpose. Uh, and as far as the trading purpose is concerned, that segment has totally been isolated, uh, which the details for which can be found on the webpage japee.business.site. Uh, and until the next session, please take care of yourselves, and God bless you. Goodbye.